Hello all you wonderful people, this is honeymaysims and welcome back to my channel and another speed build. So today we are building a Mediterranean inspired bungalow in the world of Oasis Springs. So this is actually for the hashtag StreamShed collab hosted by the StreamShed Discord, which I am a part of, and Captain Sumi, who is a very talented and creative simmer and Twitch streamer, is the head of this collab. And she's been putting out, the information, making the graphics, putting the save files together, and basically running this collab. So a very big shout out to Sumi, who's put a lot of time and hard work into this save file, the previous one, and there will also be another one for another world as well. So do watch out for that one too. And I can't say that I am a part of the next one as well. So I'm really excited to get started on my lot for that one. Since this one, the build that I'm currently doing in this video, the save file was released, I think, a week ago, but I'm kind of late because I've been so busy this previous week with work. And luckily that stressful week is over. And yes, I finally have the time to do the voiceover for this build, and I'm just really excited to be here and to talk with all of you again. So for this specific save file, a team of simmers are renovating Oasis Springs and Newcrest. And the challenge to this collab is that we're only allowed to use a small array of packs. So for this one, we are only using base game and packs such as Jungle Adventure, Bowling Night Stuff, Nifty Knitting, and Decor to the max kit. But for my build, however, I kind of managed to only use base game and Jungle Adventure. So I'm really satisfied and glad I was able to do that. And it was just seeing how it turned out. I'm pretty satisfied with this build. So if you are interested in seeing everyone's creations and downloading the entire save file, I will of course link it down below in the description box. And for this build, the first thing I did was to use James Turner's website to disable the packs I weren't allowed to use. I will also link this page in the description box if you are curious how I disabled my packs. It really just made it a lot easier for me to navigate the build by catalog and access only the things I were allowed to use, because sometimes when you have all the packs installed, it gets very distracting, and also just scrolling through everything basically. So I would definitely recommend using this method if you're up for a pack restricted challenge. So the shape of this house was, as usual, inspired by a photo I found online, and I've just really been in a mood to build bungalows or one-floored houses lately. So this was the perfect opportunity for me to do exactly that. So this is built on the 30 by 40 Rio Verde lot in Oasis Springs, and I was really happy I was given this lot to work with because I don't think I've ever built anything in this neighborhood before, or maybe once, but that's not a lot thinking about how long I've had Sims 4. So yeah, I just love the grassy terrain and the big pond in the back of this lot, and it is quite a spacious lot as well, so I did have a lot to work with basically. And honestly, I just love Oasis Springs and I love building houses here. And I've also been in a big Sulani mood lately, so that's definitely one of my favorite worlds as well. Plus, I feel like maybe the very basic but still beautiful Willow Creek is one of my favorite worlds as well. It just, kind of that suburban area neighborhood style, and I just love building family houses in Willow Creek, so that's the perfect neighbor or like the world for that. And I think these three neighborhoods, Oasis Springs, Sulani, and Willow Creek, are the neighborhoods or worlds I build in the most. And I also feel like Brindleton Bay is also a really good world. At least it's very beautiful. I love the whole country and farm vibe. It really just reminds me of home, so yes, I love building there as well. But this time it was Oasis Springs and Newcrest we were renovating for this save file. I actually made a household for this home and I cannot lie, it was a very big challenge. I'm so used to using custom content when making Sims, so this was a tough job. And not only that, but as you will see eventually, this house will have a lot of bedrooms. I think it has maybe 5 bedrooms, so I did struggle with making the family. And I also started doing the house first, and that might not have been the best decision, maybe. It would probably feel more natural to kind of start with the family first, create their stories, relationships, and characteristics before making their home. So I might have missed out on that opportunity, but I do think they ended up okay, and that's a big emphasis on okay. But if you do end up downloading this save file, my household will be living in this house, and they're basically a pair of adults, and they have a mix of both adopted and some biological children. So I feel like that's kind of the idea I had when making the family. And they just want to be a big happy family. So let's talk a bit more about this house. It's, as I said, a bungalow with a more Mediterranean design. There's a lot of landscaping with trees, greenery and rocks, and also some mix between grass and sand terrain. And I loved working with the landscaping here. That's the thing I like the most when building houses, is doing the landscaping and the exterior. So this house also has a backyard, and it features a custom-made waterfall. So I technically made a pool. I used some live edit object rocks that stands in style with the rest of the world, and I just kind of layered them to make it look like an actual hill or mountain, I guess. And then I found this empty base game canvas. So what I did was to enable the tool mod by Twisted Mexi, and I rotated this canvas and placed it, like kind of into the mountainside to make it look like it's stuck there or, built into there. Then I got out some base game fountains, like just ones with a small jet on them. And once again, I used tool to rotate them and raise them up to look like they're kind of connected to this white panel in the rock or, the canvas. So when I entered live mode after this, I think you will see a clip of it eventually if it's not already been shown. You will see the water flowing downwards from the jets or like the fountains, and it actually looks like a waterfall. So this is a detail I just love, and it's base game compatible as well, so I wanted to include it here, and I do hope you like this idea as well. So the backyard also features a pergola with a table and some chairs beneath it, which is just like a lovely spot to sit outside and eat. There's also the Mediterranean inspired barbecue back there, which came with a base game update a while ago, I think. And in the more sandy area outside in the backyard, I put this castle, play item so kids and toddlers can sit there and play, and also with some adults or teenagers as well, I think. And I think I also put the telescope back there, the normal sized one, so they can either gaze at the stars or, spy on the neighbors if they want to. But, the interior of this house has a lot of light wood tones, which I think is perfect in Oasis Springs because it matches the color of the sand, and the Jungle Adventure Pack has a lot of items with this perfect light wood swatch. And as I said earlier, this house has 5 bedrooms, but one of them has a bunk bed, so you are able to fit a lot of Sims into this relatively small house, I'd say. It has 3 bathrooms, and you might think that's not a lot, but you know, it's just a game, and hopefully 3 bathrooms will be enough. And it also has, of course, a kitchen and dining area, a living room, but it also has a garage with some hobby items, such as the easel, the game or poker table, the woodworking table, the boxing item. I'm not too sure what it's called right now. I just can't think of it, but the boxing item, and also a bonsai tree. So you can gain a lot of different skills in this garage. And so the custom garage doors are just a pair of the base game sliding doors, and if I do remember correctly, those came, or like this one came in a base game update as well. I'm not too sure if it's the same update that had the barbecue I just mentioned earlier, but at least both of those items came in base game updates. And I haven't really used this sliding door a lot, but I've seen other builders use it as, you know, a custom garage door, so I really wanted to use this item here as well, and it just has the perfect light wood swatch as well. So it matches really well with everything else here, I think. In this garage, I also made a custom washing and drying machine, and I've used this idea in other houses before, I think like base game, family homes, and things like that. Of course, it's not functional at all, but since I couldn't use laundry day for this build, I decided to at least try to make something similar so it would look like they're actually doing their laundry. But basically, I just used a base game counter in kind of like a dark gray swatch, I believe, and I used the pool wall lights, sized them up, and tried to place them close to the counters so it actually looks like, you know, the actual washing and drying machine with like the little circle window or like round window on it, or like glass, I'm not too sure, but on the little door, you know. So that's what I was trying to do here. And this is also an idea I believe I saw in a house on the gallery literally years ago. And this must have been in the era I wasn't building at all. So this idea really stuck with me. So I've just remembered it from someone's house. And I've been wanting to do it in my houses as well, so that's what I did here. And I also decided to turn down the light on these, and my go-to method to change opacity on lights in the build mode is to have Better Build by Twisted Mexi, and I believe you hold down either shift or control and then left click on the light, and it's just a very handy feature and I use it all the time to, you know, change the color of the light. I'm not a big fan of like the warmer tones in the light, so I always go for the white color on my lights. But yes, I'm not too sure what else I want to say about this house. You know, it has the master bedroom, and then the remaining 4 bedrooms are kids and teenager bedrooms. In one of them I put a bassinet as well and a toddler bed, so you can easily change, you know, when the baby is small to a toddler, you have space for both and you don't really have to, you know, change the items around or anything. And yeah, I try to make each of the bedrooms have their own style or like color at least. You know, you don't have a lot to work with when it comes to base game, but luckily I had at least Jungle Adventure, which I used in this build. So only base game and Jungle Adventure are used in this build. And yes, I think that's where I'm going to leave you all to watch the rest of the video. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. And as always, this is playtested and up on the gallery. My ID is Owlrick, but you can also find it under the hashtag honeymaysims. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!
It was years ago, but how can I forget? We were 16 up all night. Love and heartbreak was our life. We got drunk and smoked your dad's cigarettes. Dreamt of a life in a big town, skyscrapers and neon lights. Ooh, I still think of you. Years ago, but I still see your face. Freckles on your cheeks, how you talked in your sleep. We had plans and I was your biggest string, yeah. Then I didn't call for weeks, thought the love wasn't for me, no. I still think of you. Years ago, but how can I forget? We were 16 up all night. Love and heartbreak was our life. Never been so strong with anyone. Never been this sure I found